having a second or third wife in Daguestan is not the same as having the second or third wife in Saudi Arabia or any other Muslim country where everything is ordered according to Sharia law. In Dagestan, it depends on circumstances. It's very casual. For example, some men who go to the brothels to take a prostitute, they make an Islam marriage with her. They order a marriage so that they won't sin. So it's not regarded as a sin. They take a wife just for one night and then they divorce her in the morning. So they remain good and devout Muslims, but at the same time is so hypocritical. And also is another way to have a concubine. And usually the first wife doesn't even know that she has peers and colleagues on the neighboring street. So I think it's much more immoral than having a concubine, which is a more open and honest way.
Only rich people can afford it?
In Muslim countries, yes, only rich men can afford it because they have to pay each wife equally, and they have to pay much gold in Arabic world, and it's not true for Dagestan. Many women are breadwinners. Many of them work and provide for their husbands, and so men can dodge. They can prefer the secular law or the Muslim law depending on the circumstances.
Another thing that I don't know, it's kind of scary. I remember when being in Chechnya, and I guess in Dagestan is the same, all the time where men were talking about how a woman has to be pure and not to have lovers.
They love talking about that.
Yeah, they were all the time talking about this, yes. And I remember I asked, we were living in a house with Chechens, and I asked the housewife, like, listen, here men are son fieles, no? Are they...
adulterers.
No, the other way around. Are they like good husbands and they don't cheat anyone? And she told me, no, they are like everywhere else. No, they are not like this. And she told me just after that, but a woman, just for the suspicious that she could be adulterous, the family kills her. Just because this is a dishonor for the family, like and then the way to clean...
Honor killings.
Yes, the honor killings. And I just wanted to ask you if this happens as well in Dagestan, how this works and to which extent it happens.
It does happen, but it's not a usual and ubiquitous thing. But there are some villages where it happens very often. For example, my second cousin married into one of these villages which had like 12 honor killings a year, which is a big number. But as for purity or preserving yourself before marriage, it wasn't a custom or a habit in previous years. For example, in the 19th century, in many villages, there was one day in a year, the festival of fertility, when all the youth went to the fields and they had group carousal, yes, and nobody felt guilty about that, and women, girls and boys together